Hey, what's up, guys? We're here with Shiv and Vish, back with another episode. So Shiv and Vish actually run a DJ business. Vishnu's actually been a good friend of mine for the last couple of years. Met him around senior year of high school. So we'll probably sit down today, talk about how their business came to reality, and some fun stories about DJing in the DC area. So without further ado, you guys want to introduce yourselves?
What up, guys? DJ Vish here, my older brother.
DJ Shiv.
So how are you guys, boys? What brought you here today? So Vishnu, you said you reached out to me, said you wanted to do this. So
Yeah, man,
this is something you've always wanted to do?
Yeah, I like going on podcasts, just spreading the story around a little bit.
I mean, it's like a testimony, and it gets your word out. It's nice, it's fun,
Exactly.
it's relaxing.
Mm-hmm. And he brought me here. So
Yeah, no cap, bro.
we don't really go anywhere without each other.
That's why I'm. It's like probably like
It's
like two peas in a pod, bro. As soon as Vishnu, I thought it was Vishnu like 30 minutes before this, and then he just spawned here, bro. Like I don't know what happened. No, I'm playing, bro. So I mean, today we'll probably just talk about like how the business came to reality, fun little stories, and then stuff that happens in between. You guys running a venue, so I'll probably just get right into it. So I mean, to my knowledge, you started the business, Shiv?
yeah, I was around 10 years old when I got into it. I've always been into music growing up as a kid. Like played guitar, drums. So I was always into music. Tried to take the guitar thing to another level, but I was never really good at it. So
How old were you? That younger?
I was young, bro. I started guitar lessons when I was like 5 or 6.
Oh shit! Yes,
And
you've lived this life.
Yeah, I was taking lessons for like 6 years, and I mean I was alright. I know how to play, but it was like, I can't really make any money doing this, right? No one's ever gonna book me for a gig playing guitar.
Yeah.
And our dad, he really business minded. So from a very young age, he always taught us, hey man, work for yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to work for anybody.
Exactly.
Gave us all these kind of books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Magic of Thinking Big. Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki. So we grew up, and he's a businessman himself. So we grew up in like a business household, the business mindset. So, I was 10 and I was always with my dad. I was seeing what he was doing. I was like, hey, I want to start a business, right? I want to make some money. And obviously I was too young to get a job, right? So I was like, look, what can I do? So my parents, they used to throw parties and they used to hire DJs. And I was like, man, this is pretty cool, man. This guy's coming out, playing music and, making money. So I was like, hey, Dad, like, you know what? I got a business idea. I want to be a DJ. And I was blessed because he got me these 2 little Samson speakers, a little mix deck. At the time, I was using CDs, so didn't have a laptop or anything. Got my first gig, was a family friend. I got paid $100 for that.
How old were you?
I was 10.
Oh, wow.
I was 10, he was 8. So he was at
you were at it as well,
He was at
Vish?
yeah, we were there together. He was at the event. He was running the lights. We had this one light that was broken, like that we only had one light, and it was broken. You actually had to press the button on the back.
Oh, wow.
Just to get the light to actually work. So you couldn't just set it on like auto mode or anything.
Struggle was real back then.
So, Vish was sitting there all night pressing that button. And I'm here trying to figure out, because I had like a week or two. Dad told us about the event and he was like, we were in our basement downstairs just figuring out how to use this equipment.
So did you do it like hands-on, like just live and you learn type shit, just did it, or you watched a video, YouTube, or read a book?
Bro, at the time, YouTube videos, I mean, it wasn't too long ago, but at the time, YouTube videos weren't really all
like that, yeah.
Helpful. So it was called over like some of my dad's IT friends, thinking maybe, they're in IT, maybe they know how to figure out this system.
Classic.
So it was just troubleshooting. It was like, all right, this is how you burn songs to a CD. Now I have my CDs. Okay, I can get the controller working. I got to plug it in. How do I run it to the actual? So it was a lot of troubleshooting in the basement.
Were you using LimeWire back then?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
How did you
off on Tractor?
No, I didn't have any software.
Oh yeah, we didn't even have a laptop.
How did you burn
used to
it?
write the songs on the
to burn
CD.
it Windows Media Player.
Oh,
So I was
wow.
literally, you would have to you would download the songs, you'd buy the songs, right?
Yeah.
On like iTunes or whatever.
Yeah.
Bring in a Windows Media Player, and then you put a CD. At the time, laptops had CD players. You put the laptop into the CD, and you could actually burn tracks on. So I would buy a shit ton of blank CDs. You could actually make CDs.
That's how I used to do back
tough.
in like 09. My dad would just
Bro.
blank CD every Eminem song ever, bro. I would get lit in the car back when I was like in elementary school.
So we just burned a shit ton of CDs and, got our music ready. And then I was like, let me figure out how to work this equipment. Me and him were in the basement. We're just figuring it out. Finally, got the speakers working.
Yeah.
Sound was coming out. I couldn't mix, beat match, forget about it, right? Like for me, the fact that music is playing was enough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So, I mean, I got the opportunity. It was a family friend. It was like a small birthday party in Hunt Civic Center.
Yeah.
That tiny community hall right there in Ashburn.
I don't think I'm aware.
It's a
But
really small room, bro. Like, tiny room. And
I mean, probably you're 10 years old. You probably felt like you were on top of the
I honestly did, bro. Because at the end, like,
That's
honestly,
so
I
fun.
look back at it. I wish I had recorded the set or somebody recorded the set because I'd look back at it like, wow, that was bad.
Yeah.
But, you know, obviously we were around family and friends. So they were putting us on, man, you killed it. You killed it. So I really got amped up, man.
Yeah, that's
You know,
tough.
I did a good job. And then I got my $100 at the end of the night.
So what,
That's-
Vish, did you get that? You get a cut of that 100?
Yeah, it was 50-50.
50
Hey, that's
Day
fucking
one,
tough.
it was 50-50, right?
Lights
That's
and music.
We didn't even have a DJ name at the time.
Yeah, well, he used to go by DJ Shivish by himself.
But that was after. That was a few years after when actually our dad gave us the name, Shivish. We were sitting in the car, we're like, yo, because I remember on my CDs, I still had like DJ Fresh, DJ Star, like all these stupid names that I came up with at the time. And then one day we were sitting in the car and Dad's like, no, you can't have these. Like,
Yeah.
names. So it was me, him, and my dad. We were in his Lexus or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, Shivish. Combine both names. Shivish. We're all like, yo. That
Fuck,
works.
it's like you hear like you can hear a pin like or a needle drop on a
Yeah.
haystack, whatever it is.
For real, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it felt when we were sitting here. I don't know how it came up, but he said the name. It was like probably the first or second name he said. He said "Aim with Purpose," and that's the name of the podcast. So it's kind of like when he said that, it kind of felt like it was
Yeah, like
meant
that's
to
the
be.
one.
So
Yeah, it's perfect.
it was like you don't even
Yeah.
want to think about something else. It was like that's the
That's
one. Like
the
it's
one.
perfect.
Yeah.
So it kind of like rolls off the tongue, nice. Like it means something to
It
you.
just hits,
so
right?
It
Like,
hits.
yo.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one for sure. What I mean, so you got around 10 years old. Did you guys continue to do it like from 10 to now, or did you take a little bit of a break or anything?
The only break I took was when I was 12. I actually got booked for my first wedding. And it was at Silk in Leesburg. And it was so in our culture, we've got North Indian, South Indian. You got Bollywood, Punjabi music, Tollywood, which is like South Indian music.
I've never heard of Tom.
So it's crazy, bro. The amount of like music just within the Indian or South Asian culture, right?
Yeah.
So I got booked for a Punjabi wedding. Punjabi weddings, I wouldn't say they're the hardest, but like you really got to know what you're doing in terms of music, because it's all like a lot of folk music, a lot of heavy toll, and you really got to know
what
the
is
songs.
heavy? What is it? Heavy toll?
Toll. So toll is a drum.
Okay.
It's the kind of drum that we use, and the kind of beats. I mean, it's really hype. You know, I'll play it for you sometime. It's really hype.
Yeah.
That's
I'll listen to
traditional.
that after. I would
That's a
actually be
traditional
down.
Punjabi drum, and at almost all weddings, and you've got toll players and stuff like that, and you know, it's really hype. But obviously, at the time, I knew the music. I used to listen to it, but I was playing music that I listened to. That's not what a DJ does, right?
Yeah.
A DJ is supposed to play to the crowd.
Yep, exactly.
And man, I was 12. I walk in with full confidence. Like, oh, I'm gonna kill. It was like 300 people.
Oh wow.
And at the time, we just got the altos.
Yeah.
What's that?
Altos
Speaker?
are a speaker, man.
Okay.
No disrespect to Alto, right? Great brand, but the speaker.
It wasn't able for that wedding. There was too many people, I would say.
Yeah,
300 people is ridiculous at 12, and then you were there at Vish too?
we only
Yeah, I
had
was there too. Yeah.
nowadays for 100 people, we'll use 2 tops, 2 subs. Subs, you know what a sub is, right? We'll
Subwoofer.
use subwoofer. We'll use 2 tops, 2 subs. That's our average setup. We had 2 altos at the time, and they were supposed to be 800 watt peak. So, us being 12, we thought, man, 800 watts. But we didn't really know, what watts are, what the measure really is. Is that continuous? Is that the peak? Like, we had no idea. So, we were at Guitar Center. That's what we bought the speakers from. The salesman over there was like, yo, man, you could do a whole concert with this. Obviously, he lied.
Bro, them fucking
Bedroom
dudes at
concert.
Guitar Center or Stay Line,
Yo,
bro.
you know, so we walk in with the altos thinking, man, we're gonna rock this event, bro. And the sound was bad, DJing was terrible. I didn't know what song to play. It came to a point where guests are coming up to me like there was one song that was actually playing that people seem to like. Just keep playing this song on repeat. And at a wedding, you've got songs from certain traditions. You've got an entrance, a jago, you know, which is like when at a Punjabi wedding when they come in, it's jago means like wake up, right? So it's really hype. They come in with all these things on their head. It's supposed to be like this is the start of the party, right?
Yeah.
So there's a certain song for that. There's a certain song for Bolian, which is like I don't even know how to describe
A
it.
folk song when
Folk
people sing
songs,
it
right?
and
People
stuff.
sing
Yeah.
along and stuff. So it's very cultured, and you have to know what to play when. I didn't. I didn't know any of this.
Would you say that was like to this day, like that moment? That's like that was like the turning point for you to start actually taking it more serious.
That's exactly what it was. Because after that event, I was so embarrassed, bro. Halfway through the party, I was sweating. I was so nervous. And at the time, Vish couldn't DJ, and my dad and my mom were at the party, but they obviously also couldn't DJ. It was just me. I was stuck, and I was like, I have to get through the rest of this night. Now every minute felt so much longer, right?
Yeah.
Bro, after that day, I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I'm not DJing another gig.
Oh no.
Until I learn how to really DJ. I'm not embarrassing myself like this. Like, the events are coming in, family and friends are supporting us, great, but I'm not trying to mess up anybody's events. And I got humbled. I realized, hey man, everybody's saying that I'm good is just really just being nice to that 10-year-old kid, right? A 12-year-old kid, when I'm really not. Like, I don't know anything about DJing or sound or the actual like industry and what goes into it. So I took some time off. I actually started working as a tech, as a roadie for other DJs. I hit up so many DJs at the time, man.
Was this like right after that show, or you took
literally right after that show? The next few days, I was eager to get back at it, and I was like, man, I want to learn. Like, what am I doing wrong? So I called all the DJs locally, but at the time they're like, hey, well, who the hell is this 12-year-old kid? You know, hitting this up.
I thought you got
go
school.
Back to school.
Or like, yo,
I got told go back to school so many times. Like, yo, we can't bring you out, stuff like that. And I'm like, all right. Luckily, there was one guy, man, who actually used to DJ for my parents. Really nice dude. I'll shout him out. His name is Jay, DJ Jay Burke. Really cool guy. He kind of took me under his wing, showed me how to like wrap the cables, taught me a little bit about sound, you know, setup, how to do a clean setup. And I just started working as a tech for him, you know, and I was getting paid $50-$60, or he'd pay me in equipment and stuff like that. So at the time I was like, look, I'm learning, man. It wasn't even about the money, you know. It was
exactly.
I just want to come out and I want to learn. And he was nice enough to kind of take me under his wing. After that, I still didn't learn how to mix though. Mixing is a craft that you have to practice. So I still didn't learn how to mix, and I started working with him. I learned the setups and stuff, so I kind of got back into DJing. But I still wasn't able to mix. And with CDs, it was so much harder. Because you don't have waveforms and stuff like you do on Serato or Tractor and stuff now, right? Or a sync button. Like with CDs, you actually have to listen to the song, tap out the BPM. You can't even see the BPM is beats per minute. Can't even see. You have to tap out the beats. Then you have to bring in the other song, listen to it, kind of
merge them.
both songs, right? And it took almost a minute, 2 minutes before you can actually get that mix. And obviously, the more you practice, the better you get. But there's guys that are spinning on vinyl, bro. So to us, like, CDs was tough, but it was like, all right, like if somebody else can do it on a vinyl and still mix and be quick about it, then we can do CDs. Learned how to mix, then finally got our laptop connected, got some more equipment, and then there was another DJ, DJ Lucky. He taught me how to mix. So at the time, he was thinking of signing me to his company. He kind of gave me a 10-minute lesson. Came to my house, gave me a 10-minute lesson. I was so excited. Lucky at the time, man. He was the guy. I was really excited, man. I was like, yo, he's coming up. He's going to show me how to mix. He gave me a 10-minute lesson. He gave me 10 songs. He's like, yo, here are the songs. Here's what basic beat matching is. That's when I was like, again, it was like an eye-opening moment. I was, 15, 16?
Yeah, it was like high school days.
Freshman year of high school or something. It was an eye-opening moment for me. I was like, yo.
Was it you and Vish that was there, or was it just you and...
No, to be honest, during that time, I really wasn't in the DJing thing at all. I was focused playing basketball at high school, just going to school, doing that type of stuff.
You played on JV?
Nah, freshman.
You played in high school?
Freshman, that's about it. After freshman year is when I got into DJing, like actually when I wanted to learn how to DJ and stuff. It was after freshman year.
That break that I took kind of set everything back a little bit, right? I wasn't really doing a lot of events anymore. It was more of just like, yo, let's become a learning curve, you know? So I was out doing all this tech and roadie work and just learning the game. You know, what is DJing all about? Yeah. What goes into it and stuff like that. So learned how to mix from Lucky. He gave me a 10-minute lesson. I was practicing 4 hours a day. I would come home from school.
Tough.
Wow.
Put my backpack down and go upstairs in my room. I had a little SX setup in our room, right? And
not even at the time. You had the Newmark mix deck, right?
I had the Newmark mix deck initially, but then we got the SX, Pioneer SX. Remember that? That was our first like official laptop controller.
But that's respect. After school, I was playing fucking Fortnite. I respect the fuck out of that.
4 hours a day, I would sit down and I would just practice those 10 songs over and over and over.
For how long? For like a couple months or a month or?
Bro, I was doing that for a good year, man.
What are you practicing about the track list?
First, it was getting the basic beat matching down.
Okay.
Like smooth transitions.
Got you.
From that, I got a little creative. All right, how can I actually mix these songs in like different ways? You know,
Okay.
can I mix this song with this?
Like overlapping it?
Overlapping,
Okay.
like actually remixing live.
Yeah.
From that, kind of got into, all right, let me try mixing 3 songs at the same time. I actually put a mix out on SoundCloud at the time that had 3 songs. I think it was Teach Me How to Dougie, Morning is a Punjabi song, and one more song I mixed. Oh, Lean On. Lean On was a poppin' song at the time. Every DJ was using that to mix.
Yeah.
So those 3 songs I mixed, and I put that up on SoundCloud. It was like my first mix. Audio quality, all that so bad, but that was like my first mix. So just messing around. I mean, I'm supposed to only use these 10 songs, but let me try different variations of mixing these 10 songs.
Yeah.
And I was just doing that. Then obviously stepped into some other music, added 10 more songs to the list, 10 more. Then it kind of accumulated my set. You know, like, okay, I can DJ
these songs.
Bro, when I learned how to mix, at least basic mixing, right? That was game changer for both of us, cause started locking in the events, doing all the grad parties, Sweet 16s. We were young.
What year is this when you started? Like initially, you got your first event.
Yeah.
After taking that long break, you remember what year it was?
16, right?
2016, 2017 is when it really started kicking
So
off.
your sophomore year?
Yeah, my sophomore year. Yeah.
That's dope, bro.
That's when we like.
So you were graduated by this, or no?
I graduated in 2017.
So yeah,
I had finished high school in 3 years.
Oh,
How'd you do that?
Bro, a lot of classes online.
Oh, okay.
You know, and then working through the summer. But
Yeah.
I was eager to get out.
for that
for
exact
the
reason.
For exact reason. Because, bro, when I was in high school, man, I was DJing. So Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I was out. Monday would come around. I'm tired. I'm beat. Sitting in class. Like, I'm all about education. But sometimes it was like, we're sitting here doing all this busy work. I can be building my business right now.
Yeah. Exactly, I agree.
And that bothered me a little bit. There were some classes I really enjoyed, but I was just like, man, I gotta get out of here.
Your time can be better spent elsewhere.
Yeah, like I want to get educated. I
Yeah.
want to learn, but I want to, educate myself in
What you're
different
doing.
aspects.
Yeah.
How can I run a business? Stuff like that. How, do my taxes. What are the legalities that go into running a business? And stuff like that. I was like, I wish I learned all that.
That's pretty wild that you were thinking that way at a young age. Like, I mean, even though you were 17, 16, whatever it was, and your dad installed that in you guys at a young age. I mean, I know people that still don't think like that. I mean, I didn't learn that. Only reason I learned that is because I saw my dad, teach me ways of hustling. I'd sell one shoe and I'd go make my money off that shoe. But the fact that you understood that I need to complete this mission right now, which is school, and then you focused on your true purpose and what you wanted to do, I mean, just says a lot. Like, that shit is pretty impressive. Like,
I
that's
appreciate
pretty wild.
that, man. From a young age, when I was sitting in school, I was always like, different ways. Sorry, let me turn my phone off. Different ways of making money. Different just things that you need to learn in the real world, right? Like, dude, high school, I feel like sometimes preps people for college. Then you've got a good group of people that can't go to college for whatever reason or don't want to go to college. What are they supposed to do in the real world?
It's like, I feel like in the neighborhood we live in, it's really different because most kids out here, they're already set for life.
Yeah.
In most aspects.
Well, it's like connections are priceless.
Yeah, like
so there are
connections.
connections.
I mean, and they get into good colleges, they get a good job. I mean, that's most the goal out here for most kids.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like someone that's the mindset, hey, I want to go to school, I want to get good grades, and then I want to go to college and I want to get a good job. That's a model that's been working for years, generations. There's nothing wrong with that, but times have changed. There are kids that are going to be like, I want to get into a creative field or something. There's actually a lot of courses that colleges don't even offer. Like,
I think the information age is kind of flipping that industrial age.
Big time.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, you have so much shit at your fingertips. I mean, even you were at the perfect turning point, I guess, if you will, around 2016, whatever it was when you started that business. Because then now it's like everything is at your disposal now. So I mean, it's starting to be the trend. You fucking joined the wave before it started, type thing.
Yeah,
so it's
bro.
pretty cool.
A lot of kids are starting their own businesses nowadays. And it's
I
good
mean,
to see,
yeah, bro. I mean, it's the
goals.
move. I mean,
It was
I
like
think the COVID is what really
Yeah.
turned people's, like the masses. That's what turned everybody's perspective.
100%.
But yeah, I mean, before that,
Even for us, man, we had 0 gigs during COVID. We were sitting at home like, what the hell are we supposed to do? Like,
just go get through this shit.
Shut down for a year, bro. He got his real estate license.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember you were
started-
doing that.
We have an IT testing and training center. I got into IT, like trying to recruit people for jobs.
But even after doing all that for a couple months, we still came back and we just started setting up our controller.
Because it feels right. Because you're working for yourself. I mean,
I
it
would
feels
still
like
much
you're
rather do that.
Yeah.
still
It's,
about do your own business, your own job.
No, like he came back. We got into all these other businesses. I was flipping couches, making T-shirts, like God knows what.
Flipping couches is insane.
It's crazy.
I just got into that last weekend. Like,
Bro,
I
look,
can talk about that.
You
all
can do
day.
that right. It works. But like you said, we came back. We're like, yo, let's set up our stuff. Let's make some, let's go live on Instagram
Yeah, we
and stuff.
started making TikToks, going live. One of our Facebook videos had like 6K viewers on it one time when we went live.
Fucking
It was
wow.
really crazy.
During quarantine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we
nuts.
started like quarantine mixes, the lockdown series.
Lockdown
That's tough,
series
bro.
and
Yeah,
stuff like that. We just got back into the art, right?
Because
Like
the key is like when you're in a business and you're in a drought, you want to keep your marketing at the top at that time. You don't want to just completely stop posting,
Yeah.
stop doing it. That's when your business, when it does come back,
There's
you're not
like
gonna keep
a
that
little
hype.
bit of momentum. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you gotta
you
keep the
lose a
momentum
lot, man.
going.
For a year, if we don't post, if we're not in front of people's faces.
Your business
we're not
dies.
active. By the time because look, we didn't know when COVID hit. Like, are we gonna be shut down for good? Is
Yeah.
this the new wave? What's going on? But at the same time, we knew, we're gonna come back, right?
We DJ'd like 3 gigs virtually. So like, we had like a projector set up, and they like had speakers at their house. And They would put us on their projector.
We had clients
That's
in
crazy.
Cali and like other states,
Yeah, Toronto.
and like that they were
That's
booking us out.
nuts.
Just
That's
They would
lit.
book out
virtually
what?
DJ for them.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
So that was a whole and a lot of DJs. It was what's that? Twitch. Yeah.
Oh, Twitch. Yeah.
Like, dude, just making crazy money on Twitch, man. Just going live. Like, this is one
Even
DJ
TikTok Live was making.
money,
TikTok Live has
bro.
been making
A lot
money,
of DJs were like,
actually,
yo,
yeah.
I'm making more money going live on Twitch or TikTok than I'm making at the club. Like, I'd rather do this or just stay
Yeah.
at home and DJ.
Yeah.
I was really happy to get back, with the lockdown finally ended. When we came back heavy. I think
Yeah,
2021.
it was like.
Yeah, definitely.
Most of our team was like gone during COVID. I would say it was just me, him, and like 2 other guys.
Then you got the boys on,
And
bro.
then, like once
I
COVID
remember
hit, yeah,
that
we just
because me and
expanded like
Ethan
crazy.
got Ethan Larte. We did the first episode with Ethan. Shout out DK.
We got the
But
godsend on.
yeah, I was gonna say that Godson on as well. But I remember when Ethan was working for you guys as well.
Yeah, he was with us.
He was
for a good
helping out
year.
for a while.
I had like all my boys in high
Ethan,
school and stuff.
Peter,
come work for me for a little bit.
Jimmy. Yeah, I remember when all of them were helping because around like 2020, 2021, I was still linking with like Jimmy sometimes, Ethan sometimes, like around right after high school. Sometimes you'd be there as well, but you were already like doing shit when we were senior year. Like you were already doing gigs and
Yeah,
doing
I
things
didn't
like
go to
that.
none of those high school parties and stuff. I was always at some gig or
Exactly, bro.
something.
And I never knew that. I remember when I met you my senior year, the first time. It was before our freshman year in college. It was about to start.
Yeah.
And we were talking about if we were going to go to college or not. And you were thinking about the real estate thing. You were like, dude, it's not for me. Like, and that's that turning point in my head. I remember that conversation. I was like, dude, like, it really isn't like for me either, but I'm doing it for like external validation. Like and that's when it hit me. It was actually one of those conversations with you and Ethan. I was like, bro, I'm not doing this shit anymore. And I stopped. And I appreciate that. Little
It's dope
combos.
now, man. You got your own podcast and stuff. So I mean,
Yeah, bro. I'm just gotta keep doing shit.
Feels good,
Stay the
right?
course.
Yeah, one thing my dad told me always was, if you aren't gonna go to college,
Mhm.
don't not go to college just for like the sake of saying, yo, I'm gonna go do this and this. Then apply that 100%. If you're going to college, you're going for at least 4 years. You're doing your bachelor's. You're doing classes. You're constantly active.
Full-time
right?
job.
It's almost a full-time job. It is a full-time job.
It is a
You're
full-time
paying a
job.
lot of money
Yeah.
to get into college. So that like system that's set in place when you're in college kind of breeds you,
Yeah.
right, for a corporate job or something like that. Like it keeps that momentum going. Like, hey man, I gotta come back. I gotta do homework. I gotta study. Like, but if you're not going to college, then you should be applying that same 100% that you would in college towards something else.
I agree.
If you're not doing that and you're not going to college, then you just wasting
You're wasting
time.
time.
Wasting time.
Yeah.
I learned that the
wasting
hard
time.
way. I mean, I would say I graduated in 2020, same year as Vishnu, and I mean the first, I would say like 6 to 9 months, I was still focusing on my well-being, still trying to improve, but it was still wasting time because it was that time period of when I dropped out of college, and then I'm trying to figure out what I want to do.
Right.
So I was wasting a whole lot of time, but I wasn't still trying to learn things, but I wasn't applying what I was learning. So I was very stagnant, and I feel like a lot of people get lost and they don't even realize they're stagnant.
They
So
do, bro.
it is pretty deep out here. But before we move on, I wanted to talk about 2020 and on, because we got to that time period, we're caught up. I wanted to ask how, for both of you, how do you guys balance, because you were in school, how did you balance school with the gigs? And then how do you guys balance now, like your just daily lives? Because I would assume the DJing is mostly a night thing. I'm sure you guys have some day sets, but how do you guys balance it all, outside of work?
I mean, school was a little tricky. We'd be at gigs till 3, 4 in the morning, and then we would have to wake up at like 8 a.m. and go to school. So we did have a lot of absences, or like missed first block a lot of times. But some of our teachers were cool about it. Some of them were really on our neck about it. But yeah, we both graduated high school a year early just so we could get out of that.
You did too?
Yeah.
So you graduated in 2019?
I did.
I was about to just, damn, I did not know that.
I said a trend, bro. My counselor told me it's not possible, and I was like, nah, there's some possibility. Let's make it work.
Yeah, so when they told me I couldn't do it, I was like, my brother did it.
So what goes into that? You graduated from Riverside in 2019, or do you go?
Like I actually walked the stage, got my cap and gown.
So what goes into that? Like just extra classes or just extra
You
bullshit?
pretty much have to do your senior year and
It's the
junior
electives,
year at the same time.
You just
So
have to
extra
get all the
bullshit.
electives in.
So,
to
bro,
get the-
in their curriculum, I think what it was like, you have to have this number of math.
It's like
English,
credits.
Credits, right?
Just like college.
You have to have these credits under your belt to graduate. So technically, you can finish all those credits quicker. Like the way that they have it set up is 4 years: freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. That's the right way to do it. But if somebody really wanted, like, they could be a freshman and they could complete
it,
all
yeah.
3 years.
I've met
year.
somebody that's done that. Like some little small Asian girl I met. Like fucking freshman year, I was like, bro, this girl's a fucking prodigy. She's a
Bro,
genius.
it's not easy. I mean, that shit is
Sounds
hard.
wild, bro.
Because you're taking 2 classes at a time, right? Or double
2,
the classes.
3 sometimes, yeah. And then obviously it's a grade above, so you got to learn everything
Oh man.
this year,
And
then next year.
Yeah.
Still get good grades. So I mean,
And then still a fucking party. Run a fucking party all night.
Teachers started becoming more supportive when they actually started seeing our business grow. We actually got hired he DJ'd his own prom and homecoming. I DJ'd my own prom and homecoming.
That's
so
what's up.
wild, bro. It's
So
lit as fuck.
the whole students, everyone, the teachers, they all started supporting us. And we actually till today still do DJ Riverside, Stonebridge, Tuskegee.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
remember
what's
you
up.
did
Proms
prom
and
with
stuff.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah,
That was
so-
like, when was that?
That was 2019.
2019?
Yeah,
I remember
junior
when
year
y'all
prom.
did that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
that
got
was
time
wild.
for the prom story.
Swear, yeah, we're
started,
chilling.
bro.
That was the first time I found out you had a DJ business and found out, like, because I
That's
just,
when a lot of kids at our school realized that we were
yeah,
actually
like, that's the first time.
it wasn't
I
like
want to hear that.
It was like,
Prom, bro. It was my junior year, and since I was like my last year, I went to the prom. It was like senior prom. So I went to that prom because technically I was a senior.
Yeah.
And I'm at prom, and the DJ was me, my boy Ali, rest in peace, he passed away, but it was me, my boy Ali,
God
Nick,
bless.
and like all my boys from school, Anthony. We were all there, and the DJ there just sucked.
Wasn't it?
I was sitting there, I was like, the production was dope. Like,
Yeah.
it was sick production, but I was like, bro, he's literally playing. He's got 3 laptops. Off of 1 laptop, he's got YouTube, like live YouTube. So halfway through the song, you have like an ad.
Bro.
You know what I'm
That
like?
is fucking
Come on,
crazy.
man.
You know,
What is
instead
this?
of transitioning, like you've got 2 decks, bro. Like you can mix the songs.
Yeah.
He would have 3 laptops, and he'd pull a song off YouTube, play a song over there. Then he would have another laptop with an aux, pull another song over there, and that was his like definition of mixing. You've got ads playing and like songs cutting off, and song selection was off. There's like 10 guys up there, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Amateur
bro?
hour.
So I was really pissed off. So Ali's like, yo, bro, go up to this guy. You got your laptop on you? And I always have my laptop. So I was like, yo, I got it in the whip. And he's like, yo, go up there and tell him, yo, you gotta hop on. I was like, all right, I'm gonna 2 songs. I went up to him like, yo, let me just hop on for 2 songs.
You didn't get paid, right?
Nah,
That's why he didn't.
wanted
That's
to
why he didn't give a fuck.
No, but he didn't let me, bro.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That's
Okay.
the funny thing.
Continue,
He was like,
continue.
first he's like, yeah, go ahead. I mean, he's like, give me 5 minutes, I'll let you on. So I'm waiting, and then like my date at the time, like we're all trying to leave. So I'm like, yo, 2 minutes. So they're all waiting, right, for me to hop on. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
5 minutes. I'm like, all right, 5 minutes. Throughout the night, like the night's about to be over. I'm like, yo, bro, come on, just let me hop on for 2 songs. So then his boss or something comes up and is like, yo, this is like $10,000 worth of equipment. We're not just gonna let some high schooler hop on.
And you're running ads.
I'm
Or you
like-
got ads playing.
I was sitting there like, all right, bro, really? No worries. And I literally said it to Ali, I'm like, yo, I'm taking over this guy's job.
That's so fucking.
And
That was like a villain story from an anime, bro.
bro, after that, the next day, not the next day, like the next school day, we went to our vice principal, Dr. D, and we're like, hey, man, we want to DJ for prom next year. And Dr. D's like, you can't talk to me. I'm not the prom sponsor or something.
Yeah.
Talk to, I forgot who it was.
It's
Miss.
like that SSA. Or
Yeah,
something
like go. You have to go talk to Miss Warwick or something. So I went to her, and then she's like, "Oh, we're under like a 3-year contract with this company." A lot of DJ companies with schools, they'll sign like a 3 to 5 year contract, So like for 5 years consistently,
Yeah.
they get booked. So I'm like, all right. She's like, there's nothing we can do. Like, sorry, we're under contract. So my boy Ali started a petition, bro. I wasn't even in school. I had already graduated. My Ali started a petition, and I was like, yo, he tells me, he's like, yo, Shiv, check this out. He sends me a picture. He's like, I got a petition started, right? TJay Shivish is our prom DJ next year. And turns out that petition went crazy.
Whoa.
I don't know how many signatures he got, but it got the attention of the principal, vice principal, and now the teacher. She's like, all right, look, you guys really drove. So I got called in. They're like, you guys drove a lot of attention. Like, obviously, they want you next year, so we'll try to figure out what we can do to get out of this contract and bring you guys in.
Fuck that guy.
Send us a quote.
For real though, bro.
Send us a quote.
God
Let's see
was
what we
coming
can
to
do.
him.
And we locked it in, bro.
That's tough,
we got
bro.
prom. It was my class.
Did they do like a yearly contract? If you don't mind me asking, or is it like the same thing?
Nah, so we don't send them like a 3-4 year contract. Every year we renew.
Oh,
They want
okay.
something new every year.
Every year the
Sorry.
package changes,
Respect.
right? Sometimes they want LED walls, sometimes they want sparklers, so it changes.
Yep.
But we've been DJing prom since
Since then.
2019.
then,
Years
yeah,
since your
since my
junior.
years. And then we locked in. Shout out Mr. Campbell, actually. He's been one of the biggest supporters for us because he put us on with all the other schools.
Respect.
Oh, that's what's up.
And
So you
then
guys
he
have done-
finally became the homecoming sponsor.
Yeah,
That's
and the
and prom. So that was game.
So how many? You guys have done other high schools, proms, homecoming, all that
We've
stuff
done,
as well.
Yeah.
We do Tuskegee, Heritage,
Oh, y'all are set.
Stonebridge,
Broad
Riverside,
Run.
Broad Run,
Damn.
and we like what's that?
We do like the middle schools. and
TJay.
stuff.
That's tough, bro.
Oh, Thomas
Yeah,
Jefferson?
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
did one
fucking
of their
tough,
nights
bro.
and Stuff like that. So
That's lit.
Newton Lee Elementary.
Yeah, all the
School,
schools that we
all
went
the-
to, they still get us.
So
Yeah.
till then,
That's
yeah,
fucking tough.
we
Shout
done
out Loudoun County,
Tuskegee,
dog.
Heritage,
Yeah.
Riverside.
Yeah, there's
and
like
Stonebridge
6,
coming up
7, yeah.
in like next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Next
my
week,
brother's.
yeah.
Next week actually.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. My
Yeah,
brother's.
he's gonna be DJing the Stonebridge one next week. So
No
over there.
fucking way. I'd be like, Donovan, go up to the DJ right fucking now. Just do some wild shit. No, that's lit. I mean, before we move on, though, I mean, do you guys have a certain, like, strategy or ways you guys go about things, but balancing your outside life outside the DJ?
Oh, yeah, we forgot to answer that.
No, you're good. Shit happens, bro.
Outside, but to be honest with you, most of like our company is filled with like our friends and our homies and stuff. So even like when we're at the warehouse, we're sitting there like most of the week.
Just chilling.
You're still with just all your homies, and we're just working, doing things we love. So I mean,
So it's like,
for him, it's a little different because he got a wife and kid. But for
Oh,
me,
really?
I'm just like
Congrats,
in the
brother.
office.
Congrats.
Right home. Yeah.
I mean, bro, with me, it was with school. Obviously, we told you, right? Like it was tough.
Yeah.
So we figured out a way, got out of it. We were both smart, so we still graduated. GPA was good, grades were good, but with like personal life, I think it does take a toll, especially when you do. Yeah, you are married and you have a kid. It does kind of take a toll on you. We're out, and it's not just DJing. Since we manage other DJs and we've got productions and
Oh,
the
shit.
whole company, so
You're
our
fucking
office
busy,
is in
bro.
Chantilly. So Monday through Thursday, we're at the office, bro. We're at the office coordinating, doing meetings. So it's like a day job.
Yeah.
Then the weekend comes and you're
Doing
doing
sets.
the events.
Yeah.
So it's 7 days a week. And when you're a business owner, you really don't have time off.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
What we've done to help each other out is, hey, man, all right, this week you kind of run it. Like you're in the office, you make the schedules, you write the
It's
checks.
been hell for me for the last 2 weeks.
So,
Not gonna lie.
because I'm moving right now. So I
That's
told him,
respect,
yo,
though, yeah.
I was like, yo, 2-3 weeks I'm not coming into the office. So he's kind of been running it. But then there's times where like I'm running it and he's out doing his thing with his friends and stuff. And like you said, most of our company becomes our family. People that we work with, they're our brothers, sisters. Like we love everybody. So we honestly only really hang out.
Yeah, like all of our friends they usually work with us, man.
It's like you love what you're doing. Yeah, it's like
And if they're
enjoyable.
not in our company, they're usually like a vendor somewhere else, and we're chilling with them, But
It's weird, bro. This industry, when you're in this industry, like your friends, your family are all in the industry.
Yeah.
And that's really the only people you chill with and kind of get along with. Like,
I mean, yeah.
I haven't hung out with my high school boys for God knows how long.
Yeah,
Since
I'm
high
meeting
school.
up with Isaiah after like a year or two now.
Yeah, bro. I was
Yeah.
telling him that
we used to
earlier.
chill all the time.
I was saying because Ethan's like my best friend, and one of your best
Ethan
friends
moved
is
away
like
too,
yeah. So I would hang out with you guys always at Jimmy's for like probably like there's always sprees where I'll just hang out with people for a couple weeks and then disappear. But I haven't seen Vishnu probably in a year and a half to 2. So yeah, I mean, right, get back into it. Got a couple more things we could talk about. It's been pretty fun so far, but so 2020 we left off at 2021, 2020. You guys were doing the virtual gigs, I guess. After that, what was like that big, gig that you guys
2021 was fucking crazy.
Crazy,
bro.
yeah.
That's kind of when I feel like the year that I kind of popped off.
Mhm.
It's because I got hit up during COVID. Actually, we started kind of throwing our own parties and stuff, and I was working with this one guy, DMV Bangers.
I was
Kinda
about
popped
to
off.
say that. Yeah,
That's
that was
crazy.
So we were throwing,
I remember, bro.
mansion
Ethan would be like,
parties.
"Yo, we slide in the mood tonight."
Yeah, we
Vish,
started
Vish be running that joke. Tell me, you'll get in. That was
we
stupid.
started renting out Airbnbs, throwing mansion parties, and then we did one big ass show in New York with Fetty Wap.
Damn,
Oh, wow.
I do remember that. Yep, that
show
was
went
fun.
really crazy, and that kind of like got my name out there. So
So
a lot
do
of
you
times
bo-
people used to look at me as Shiv's younger brother.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, you know, if Shiv's DJing, Vish is just there with him. But I feel like 2021 kind of changed that because when I started going out and getting concerts and stuff for myself.
Was that like that big, bang that set shit off? Is that
At
Fetty Wap?
It was on my birthday too, so I mean,
Oh,
it was
wow.
crazy.
Birthday, happy
yeah.
birthday.
Yo, I take
Birthday
a step
present.
back because before that, you locked in all the clubs in DC.
Yeah, because I feel like you guys were already popping. That's what I'm
DJ'd
saying.
The first club that we ever, like, as a company ever DJ'd was like Dirty Martini shut down now. It's Zebby's now.
Oh, okay.
That was like our in to DC. But from there, he was DJing a night.
Yeah, because at the time we were getting like he was doing all the South Asian, Punjabi, Bollywood, all the artists that came, all the parties that happened. It was always him. When I got into it, I kind of started tapping in more into like the hip hop market, the top 40 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I did start doing those concerts with the artist, is when I started getting residencies out here in DC too. So now we send our guys out there like every Friday and stuff.
He locked in Griffin, Decades, Living Room.
But even then,
Oh,
like
wow.
yeah, it was
He opened
I
up
had
the
to open
doors.
up. for
So I
a
would
lot of
assume that's a big bang in my opinion.
Bro,
Because
Yeah.
you guys already had motion. Like you guys were already
he
doing
brought
things.
a whole different market to the company.
Mhm.
That was game changer. Is because, like you said, I had the South Asian market on lock. I was DJing all the celebrities, like South Asian weddings, parties. We had that locked in. But he touched a whole market that we hadn't even
You
like
fuck
I
with,
hadn't
yeah.
even thought about. That was the hip hop, the clubs in DC.
He was like,
even
yeah,
when I was
that's
DJing a
lit.
club in DC, it was for an Indian party.
Uh-huh.
You know, it was like a South Asian.
You haven't
Bollywood
even it hasn't
night
even
or something.
crossed your mind
Yeah.
yet.
So I was like, yo, me going into Living Room, Decades, like, nah, bro.
That's wild. Yeah, that's
These
Yeah.
guys, the DJs over there, they got, and they're good, bro. Like,
Uh-huh.
they're good. The DJs that they got, so I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, it's not me. But he came in and just, but we weren't even like, I mean, maybe a little off record.
This was like what
It was
2020.
good though because we got our name out there. Other promoters
Yeah.
started fucking with us. Other DJs started fucking with me. They would ask me to go open for them or cover a night for them. But yeah, when those artists came, that was a real changer too.
So the Fetty Wap was the first one. To my knowledge, I know there's more like
Fetty Wap. Then we
trippy.
did
DDG.
What happened
DDG.
after? So DDG was
DDG.
after Fetty Wap.
DDG was after Fetty. Then we did what? TJay. That concert
DDG was
kind
in
of a
D.
fuck up.
Lil
DD,
TJ.
where was DDG? Was
That
that
was
in
also in
New York.
Brooklyn. Yeah,
Brooklyn as well? And then I remember the TJ Joe because I mean he
TJ
pulled
John
up
got
really
kinda
late.
fucked, yeah, that
Yeah,
kinda-
and there was a lot of
Yeah,
altercations.
the venue shut us down an hour early that day. So when TJ pulled up, like he wasn't actually able
Y'all
to
were
perform.
outside for
So
real.
we had to
I
do the
remember
most
that.
that night. I was actually up all night that night trying to find a new venue to fucking have TJ perform at the day after for free for all the people that didn't get to see him. We ended up finding a parking lot. Had rented him out like a cargo van. He performed on top of the cargo van.
I remember
No
that jump.
way.
That
Like
shit was
speakers,
hard.
There's like 1,000 people in the parking lot. It was-
Shit.
TJ definitely pulled up late that night, but the venue, like most artists, they're Tory Lanez and
Tory Lanez was at the same venue.
same venue,
yeah.
but he also didn't pull up till like 2 in the morning.
But the thing is, that venue was opening up.
That was
week.
the
It was the
day.
opening day. Yeah,
that the day that was the opening day, so it was a risk, bro. We didn't even get our liquor license approved.
yeah, and we
That
were
was-
still.
So the
There's a
guests
lot
were,
of shit that
guests
goes
were
into
pissed
it.
off, because now you don't have no liquor. On top of that, the artist isn't
To
here.
be honest, the crowd, man, when I was DJing, we were DJing that, the crowd was going so insane that, like, if TJ had showed up, I feel like that would have been, like, such a game changer for
That
us.
shit would have been insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would have been,
'cause
like, a story.
TJ was popping in 2021, bro.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, that was when he actually started his career.
but it still ended up good for me, man, because that night,
I was gonna bring that
I ended
up.
I ended up chilling with him.
Yeah.
So one of his DJ actually really fucked with me. So he was
Tough,
like, yo,
bro.
come back with us. And I went back in the whip with him. We went back to his studio. And I was sitting there with him. And he was actually playing like a bunch of his unreleased with like Pop Smoke and stuff. And I was sitting there like, yo, this is fucking crazy.
That is
This
nuts.
is fucking. You're probably like, bro, I'm
Yeah,
in
I was
a
like-
video game.
I was
right
like
now.
shocked. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? None of my boys were with me. They didn't let me bring anyone. So I was there
I
by
remember
myself.
that,
And I
yeah.
was just,
That's tough, bro.
we ended up drinking, smoking, ended up boxing him and
Yeah,
stuff.
so I was about to bring. I want to put that clip up.
I
I
got
woke
you.
up. So during quarantine, I'd go to bed at like 9:30, bro. I was just a homebody. I was just on my workout grind. I was trying to lose weight. So I was like, bro, I'm getting my sleep. I wake up at 6:30 the next day. Ethan texts me. He goes, bro, I'm just going home right now. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
because me and Ethan would talk
Yeah,
every day.
Ethan was with me at the concert, but he wasn't able to actually come
Coming to the
crib
back,
with
yeah.
me,
I remember he just sends me a picture of you and Godsent and him and Godsent and him just like Superman punching you. And I was like, bro.
Yeah, man, I actually did the most to
I
get
just
Tiger.
woke up and I was like, what am I living in real life? Like, what is going
It's
on?
a dream.
I just remember
Ethan had
Vish
told
getting
me that
punched.
he gave TJay a Godsend t-shirt. So when I went back to the crib with him, I asked him, I was like, yo, how can I get a photo with you wearing the Godsend tee?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, box my boy and shit. So I kind
That's so lit, bro.
And they also started betting money and stuff on it. So I was like,
Yeah, I
this could go
remember.
as
Yeah, I heard the whole story. That is
like,
off record, but yeah, I remember that. That's so fucking funny, bro. I mean, I woke up the next morning and I was like, wow, life is fucking crazy. That was the day that hit me. Also, it's one of those days where I was like, anything is possible. Like, they can switch over like that in a second.
you gotta take a chance.
Take a
sometimes,
chance,
man.
take a
Yeah.
risk. Yeah, that was
To be honest with
definitely.
you, the TJ's DJ, you know, he still talks to me. He hit me up that he's coming to DC again. So I, mean, I
Tough,
feel like
bro.
if I didn't go do all that stuff, I would never even built that
But it's
personal
a
relationship.
connections,
you know?
bro. It's relationship when you took that
I mean,
risk.
Sometimes you gotta do things. That you
That
don't wanna
sounds
do,
fun,
but-
bro. That's definitely something you can't even envision. I guess it just fucking happens. It's fun like
it
that.
kind of messed up our promotion game though. DMV
We
Bangers.
weren't really promoting. You know, we were.
It's little
helping
TJ.
promote because we're the DJs,
Uh-huh.
but it wasn't our.
It's not your job,
Show.
dude. You're a DJ.
Yeah,
were the
we were getting
artists.
hired as the DJ,
We
but
were-
it was our name everywhere, you know.
You know, so
we
yeah,
were-
like obviously you're the DJ, you're the opening act, so our name was there. We were affiliated with the show, but just like TJ's an artist, we were an artist,
Yeah.
Mhm.
booked for the show to perform, and it's just, I mean, the fact that he didn't show up sucked, but that had nothing to do with us, right? We're not in charge of the venue, we're not in charge of the artist when he's gonna show up, the liquor license and stuff like that. Like we have nothing to do with any of that. Our job is to come do our thing. You know, obviously, if we get booked for a show, like we're doing Karan Ojla on Echo Stage on the 15th.
It was more of because the dude who
That's
was promoting it,
fucking
he was kind
crazy.
of my homie too.
You're doing
so,
Echo Stage on the 15th?
15th, we're at Echo Stage, yeah.
That is
with Bali Bang.
nuts.
Well, actually, we're DJing with the dude that taught him. So that's,
No way. That's full
Full
circle.
circle,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's like,
what's up.
now we're both on the big stage together.
Yo.
That's
Obi-Wan.
funny how
there.
life works, dude, huh? I mean,
say, yo, guys like Lucky and Jay and, you know, even the whole Bali Bang thing, like these guys, they put us on, man. Like, when we were young, like they supported us. They
Yeah,
taught
they were
us.
the only ones that like even the ones that knew that we were underage and stuff, and they still gave us a chance.
that's so
It
cool,
was-
bro. I mean, life comes full circle. That's funny how that works. I'm
Yeah.
sure y'all excited for that one, too.
Yeah, it's a big
It's
deal.
going to be a
man.
good night. I mean, after TJ, you had some other artists as well. I remember
Yeah, after TJ, I did Shy Glizzy, and I did Waka Flocka,
Trippie Red.
Trippie Red.
Trippie Red twice or once?
No,
Trippie Red was one.
That was this year, too, as well, right?
Shy Glizzy did twice.
Shy
Oh,
Glizzy,
wow.
yeah,
Glizzy
in
did
Richmond.
twice,
I
yeah.
remember.
I did it once in DC, once in Richmond.
And yeah, you had Waka Flocka, Trippie. There's a few more, man.
Yeah, I would say Waka Flocka was probably the littest one though.
I was about to ask, yeah. So
Mhm.
you enjoyed that one the
Trippie one
most?
was kind of it was okay.
He was late. I remember
Yeah,
a
he
lot
also
of my
showed up
girlfriends.
pretty late. And like
friends.
it kind of screws the whole crowd's vibe when they show up hella late.
Uh-huh.
And he showed up and he didn't really. He came from like I think he had like 2 other shows that day.
I remember
Mhm.
that.
So we came there just like smoking.
Because my friend and I were gonna drive down, and it was seriously like I remember he had a show in like Pennsylvania, then DC,
Yeah, exactly.
and
He
then
drove
in
from
like
Pennsylvania.
Richmond.
He took like I think like his car didn't like something happened to his car, so he took like a PJ down to the Richmond airport.
Wow.
And one of my boys had to go pick him up, and it was that show was alright.
That's fucking
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to pick up Waka
pick
Flocka.
up, pick up Trippie
Trippie,
Red.
yeah,
Oh, Trippie Red?
Waka's
Oh,
was
okay.
lit.
Waka was one of the best.
Where was
fucking
that at?
performers I've seen. That was also at Richmond, a main
Bro, it's
stage.
Waka Flocka, bro.
Yo,
Like,
he actually like he went
I
into
go
the
hard in the
crowd, like,
motherfucking
yeah, he
paint,
went into
bro.
the crowd,
Like,
he
what,
engaged
dog?
with everyone.
that sounds fun, bro. I mean, I'm definitely. What would you say? What would you say? That's like, out of all those nights, out of all like the stories, you know, what's one that's most memorable? Like that's up there for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably
there's a
TJ
bunch, right?
and
The TJ, the
man,
Waka.
'cause those are the 2 artists that I actually got to sit down and talk to and chill with after the concert.
That's what's
so
up.
That's what's up.
I feel
Oh.
like they were the coolest.
I got a question for y'all. What's like you have anybody on your wish list as to who you want to DJ with or do a concert with in the future? Anybody, like whether it's a personal artist that you enjoy?
Drake, man.
Drake.
Bad Bunny, some shit. I mean, obviously the bigger artist, but
It's funny though, we manifested because
That's very powerful, man.
Artists that we actually did want to perform, even in the South Asian, like Sidhu. He's like a legend in the Punjabi. He's passed away actually, but he's
Rest in peace.
a legend. He changed the game. He brought in he mixed hip hop, trap, and Punjabi music.
Oh wow.
Was one of the first artists to do it, and we actually, Sidhu, man, Sidhu, and then we actually DJed with Sidhu at Howard Theater in DC, and then it was Bohemia. Like I really like Bohemia is also a hip hop.
Yeah.
we actually got dinner with him too. So he was a really
sat
cool
down.
guy.
We had dinner. Really cool guy, man. So humble. We got to perform with Bohemia. So like anytime we really got an Ojla was.
Karan Ojla was crazy, man. I was telling everyone like, "Yo, we have to DJ this show. We have to." And then I woke up one day. Dude texted me like 3 in the morning. And he was like, Vish, I'm locking you in for Echo Stage. I was like, no fucking way.
Bro, did you wake up to that or were you up?
No, I was like up and I saw it, and then I was just like, yo, no way. He was like, I'm gonna lock it in the morning. Then he called me in the morning. It was final.
That's fucking
It's
nuts.
crazy, bro. Like, you know, you manifest it and you think about it and you want to do it, and like you obviously have to work hard. Obviously, there's connections and stuff, right? People that put you on, but it happens. It happens eventually.
God willing, bro. You have no idea how it happens, but that power of manifestation.
In terms of artists, bro, like I can think of so many right now that I'd love to perform with. Like Shah Rukh Khan. I know he's just an actor, but fuck, bro, I want to perform with him. Honey Singh, we actually already did. Who's like Drake? You already said it.
Yeah, is there a smaller artist that it's just like a personal favorite, not necessarily known to the masses?
Personal favorite.
Like maybe.
Damn, I'm blinking out on all artists right now. What the hell?
All good.
Pull out my phone and like.
All good.
Shit happens, bro.
Smaller artists, bro. Local. Like DJ or just like a singer
anybody.
or something?
Singer, rapper.
I would love to do a show with fucking Q the Fool just because he's from DC.
That would be
that would be lit. That would be lit.
Shy Glizzy's from
Shy
DMV
Glizzy, yeah,
too.
dude. Shy Glizzy, I feel like a lot of people have done though.
Yeah,
You know
as
what I mean?
well.
Because he pops out in DC all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, boys. I mean, I definitely love.
Actually, I did a party this year with Ice Cube and NLE Choppa.
I was
too.
about to say
Wow.
that.
Yeah,
So
I forgot
remember,
about that.
yeah.
That was a
that was
good
a
one.
party.
That was it was a football players party. Vernon Davis.
Vernon Davis.
He had them pop them. That story that they actually had two setups at that party too. There was one in the backyard, one in the basement. I wanted to do the one in the backyard. Yeah, he has a crib in DC. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do the setup in the backyard. Then he came to me. He was like, "Yo, the basement's gonna be more of a VIP section, but all the actual guests, the girls, everyone, they're chilling in the backyard." So I was like, "All right, fuck it, I'll set up in the basement." I set it up in the basement. It ended up being the best decision I made because that's when NLE, Ice Cube, all the football players actually came down and sat. They didn't even go out to the backyard. So I was like, "Okay, this is dope." So I just talked to him, got photos. Actually met NLE's mom too. Yeah.
Damn, bro, you locked in, cuz. That's lit, bro. I mean, something it's like I can't even imagine it, but I mean, like y'all said, it's just like power manifestation, asking you shall receive type thing, bro.
What's a piece of advice that y'all receive?
To wrap it up, is there a type of advice you guys have for any, up and coming DJ or just any entrepreneur?
Yeah, we do that too. I just meant like advice they've received personally.
Yeah, either one. I mean, I'm sure it goes hand in hand.
You wanna go first?
Oh, you got this one.
I mean, one thing I've always been told is stay humble, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, keep your feet to the ground, and head high, because you come up in this industry. I mean, I know I'm not gonna sit here and say, yo, we're big celebrities, right? But obviously, we're doing a lot of shows, known by a lot of people, and like, sometimes, and I've seen it with DJs either I've worked with or DJs I used to work with, that sometimes gets to your head. It does. Even on a smaller scale. Like, I'm not even talking about like, like you look at Drake, Lil Wayne, and all these guys, they're on a whole nother level right now. But even on the scale we're at, like, it eventually gets to your head. Like, the money's coming in, people know you, you're performing, you're around drinks, you're around all this shit.
It gets to other people's heads too.
It gets to everyone's head eventually. You gotta just stay humble. Like, remember why you're in this, why you're doing what you're doing, and just don't let it get to your head, because when you get that arrogance, I feel like I've been told this by a lot of people, people that either made it to the top and fell back down. People that are sitting at the top, they'll say, stay humble. Just keep your feet to the ground. You look at guys like Bohemian and stuff we perform with, they're so big. They got so much money, but they're so humble, bro. I feel like that's why they've been in the game so long. You got a lot of people that come in, make it to the top, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Like, career is over. But you've got people that have been in the game for a long time. You look at Lil Wayne and stuff like that. They've been in the game for a long time. It's about just staying humble, bro. Like, you do what you love, and don't let it get to your head, and just be a good person.
Yeah.
Everyone's the same. You're still you,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one thing that I've always been told, be humble. And that's what I tell him all the time, too. So, I'm like...
Yeah, but there was a time I let that ego get to my head so quick.
But you're still
This dude shut me down every single time.
That's a good thing.
He was like, I'm so glad that he did that, but... Yeah, everyone has that little phase where that shit gets to their head. I mean, even when he started, he said he had it.
I did, bro. It did get to my head, Like, I thought I was that guy, and I had all these guys with me. I was like, I'm that guy. Then no, you get humbled.
Yeah,
life humbles you.
It happens on its own, man. You're gonna go.
It's just like the natural way of life. I don't know about y'all, but it's kind of like guys. What's your religion?
Yeah, we're Sikh and Hindu.
Sikh and Hindu. So it's the same thing. I mean, it's just kind of like that. law, I guess, to life, if you will. So if you're not humble, you're gonna get, God's gonna humble you real quick type thing. So that's how I feel. I mean, I've gotten humbled not in a ways of y'all have, but humbled in the way of my actions. If I'm being a bad fucking person, I'm gonna get humbled real quick. So it's the same thing. So
and you all have the love for it. Like, you don't look to do what you do so that way you can get somewhere else. Like, y'all love doing it every single day.
I mean, we never looked at it that way. It was always we just do it. Things are gonna come our way.
Mm-hmm.
We try to put everyone else on too. Everyone that we can, help them out as much as we can. Every new company that comes in, they ask us for help. A lot of people, they look down upon us when we were starting. But we never do that with any new companies. We try to support them in every single possible way we can.
What's the point, man? If someone new comes in, what's the point of hating on that?
I remember when we had the Sidhu concert. He was actually, that's when Shivas really started popping off too. There was people on Instagram posting so many things about him and stuff.
You got haters, bro. You cool.
Bro, it went crazy because we just did something so big, and then you got people hating on us next day.
These are the same type of guys that you go to and touch their feet. We show them so much respect, but they're the same guys shitting on us. The work speaks for itself at the end of the day, right?
Exactly.
But even then, when that shit happened, we didn't respond, bro.
Yeah, we didn't go back on social media.
Just humble.
Yeah,
So
we
the same thing. So you want to hate on us? Okay.
And people responded for us.
Right?
We didn't really have to respond.
We didn't. Yeah, the fact that we stayed humble and we don't really beef with anybody, right?
Yeah.
Like, we show respect and love to everybody out there. Like, anybody that's ever done anything for us, we respect that. We honor that. So people appreciate that, man. When something goes wrong, sometimes you don't have to say nothing. People are gonna say something for you, bro. Like, they're gonna step up and be like, "Yo, why the hell are you hating on this guy? Like, he's got beef with nobody, bro. Why are you so mad at him right now, right?" So,
nah, boys. I mean, I fucking like that. I think we'll probably wrap it up. But I do appreciate you guys coming on, bro. It was probably
thank you for
one of my favorite pods for sure I've done personally.
Thank you, bro.
Very
Thanks for having
smooth.
us.
And boys, without further ado, I appreciate everybody watching. I'll definitely leave a link somewhere in the bio, or we'll leave it on the screen. But definitely check out their page, boys.
Thank
Wonderful
you.
work, boys.
Thank you.
Without further ado,
Thank you guys.
peace out,
Peace out,
guys.